She was ready to celebrate her divorce, thinking she had it all figured out, until she found out he's not obligated to pay any child support. Watch how this surprising twist changed everything.
Oh my God, yes! Oh my God, I'm officially divorced! Yes!
Wait for it.
She's shaking.
Oh my God!
What the is this piece of
I'm officially primary custodian of the kids.
Okay.
What about the child support? That's it?
Gotcha.
The look on her face says it all.
Tony, that's crazy. Why? Are you kidding me? Now all of this financial burden with my children is on me?
Yes! Hell yeah! What?
This is not fair.
That's what I'm talking about. This means something to me, man.
You can't win everything. She at least has to be grateful she didn't lose her kids.
When a man shows you who he is, you have to believe him. When anybody shows you who they are, you have to believe them.
Like he doesn't have to pay nothing of it? Nothing?
That's the stuff that comes with
Relax.
being a woman that is so ride or die about love.
Crap, this is tough.
It's embarrassing she's making this scene for money.
Ladies and gentlemen, learn your partner before you jump ahead and fall in love with the words and all of that stuff that make up this fairy tale.
What did you say?
Financially, the kids are my responsibility. I have primary custody of them.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
Hi, baby girl.
This new woman I've become deserves time with me.
She was upset that she couldn't take his money and walk off into the sunset. This is what happens when we are greedy. One word I can describe this with, and it's karma.
Think paternity test should be mandatory at birth?
It depends, but I could just say yes, just in case. No. In this day and time, sure. Well, if you married, no, because you married, there should be a serious level of trust.
Oh, hell no.
Because there's no way I can marrying somebody knowing that, 2-1, this man ain't gonna be faithful to me. That don't make no sense.
Are all married women faithful?
No.
Oh, well.
So if all are not faithful, why not have paternity tests mandated
She just proved our point without even knowing it.
just to be sure?
Well, yeah, you're right. Gotcha. I agree with you on that.
I feel like trust should be there in order what it is, and trust should be there to the fact where you don't need the mandatory paternity test.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Asking Russians why so many men skip out on child support.
Так не с чего. Денежек нет.
Got him! Got him!
I'm just getting the socks, yo. Bro.
So you're not finna buy your daughter clothes?
Get the girl clothes. I'm not buying.
What you mean the girl? That's your daughter.
I don't care nothing about that.
He already paid for child support, and she asked him for more.
What's the total?
Go ahead, pay. Go ahead, pay.
I thought you were paying.
And you know what? Now you're gonna pay, baby.
Pay.
I thought you were paying.
No, you came up here so you could pay. Go ahead, pay, bro.
That's not why we came up here. You said you wanted to get your daughter some clothes.
Hell no, bro. I'm getting these socks. What the you doing, bro? Go ahead, pay. You tweaking.
Her doing this in public is unacceptable.
What the you mean?
You tweaking, bro. I'm not doing none of that, bro. I don't got that much money. You came up here for what? Going on, bro?
You said you
Take all that off. I'm just gonna get the socks.
What did you have me come to Marshall's for?
I'm just gonna get the socks. You can take all that off. I'm just getting the socks. Huh? I'm just getting the socks, yo. Bro.
So you're not finna buy your daughter clothes?
Get the girl clothes. I'm not buying that.
What you mean the girl? That's your daughter.
I don't care nothing about that.
Damn!
Get the clothes.
You're a sad excuse for a dad.
You sad.
You're sad as. What did you have me come to Marshall's for?
So you can go shopping for your daughter. You know what I can't.
Why do you keep saying your daughter like she's not your daughter too?
What? I don't got that much money. What is wrong with you?
So you only gonna buy your. So you only gonna buy your socks?
Yes, I only buy my socks. I already paid my child support, bro. Sorry. Pay for the clothes. Yo, weekend, bro.
But why did you have me come up here if you wasn't gonna pay for your daughter's stuff?
I'm not doing it. I already paid my child support.
Anyone would be upset if they pay for child support and are asked to buy everything else on top of it. Who do you guys think is in the wrong here?
Father pays $700 in child support. The mother asked him to go half on a birthday party for their child. Is he wrong if he says no?
Yes.
Expand.
Because it's hard out here. $700 is a pair of shoes.
You serious? Anyone who spends $700 on a pair of shoes should get professional help.
Yeah, depending on your budget.
$700 is an outfit, a pair of shoes, and a meal for the week. Not even the whole month.
Damn.
So yes, he is wrong. Because $700 ain't even enough for child support.
There is something called being financially smart, and I don't see it in this case.
We're going bad at you. You stand on that?
I stand on that. I stand on that. 10 toes down. Yeah.
Hey, I respect your opinion.
Bro, I'm out, man.
Question for y'all. First question of the night, ladies.
Let's do it. You say, are women capable of separating their relationships that they have with the man from the relationship he has with the kids? Meaning, if he's a great father, but y'all relationship went sour, do you put him on child support because you're mad?
Doing things just because you're upset will only come with regrets later on in life.
Everybody want to take it.
James, good question, sir.
Never put somebody on child support just because you're upset. Child support is solely for those who are not taking care of their children. Unfortunately, sometimes you do have to go to the court, put the white man in the middle, put the monkey in the middle. But if it's just about your emotions, you never go off of emotions like that, especially if he's taking care of his kids.
So if a father is present and helps all the time, there is no need for that.
Child support gets set. 5, 6, 7, 8. Baby daddies, are you ready for court? Cause I need you to pay your child support. Baby daddies, are you ready for court? Cause I need you to pay your child support. You thought you had it made in the shade, living with your girl. I said, no ma'am, I got his whole world. It is his daughter, and to her, you come second place.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Sis, don't make me take off this lace. All I want you to do is pay your child support. Never mind, I will see you in court. Hey! I will see you in court. Hey! I will see you in court.
Thank God I don't have to deal with this.
Baby daddies, make your payments. Stop making excuses. We're number one. Let's go.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
We know females is lying just as much as dudes nowadays.
Yes,
with a straight face, with tears coming down at times.
What about the ones trapping? I feel like men need a level of protection as well.
Yeah, and the reason I'm gonna tell you why I feel so strongly about my stance on this. It's because there are no rules, regulations, no ethics, no morals from our side to them on paying a man back.
It's true. Many men were paying for children that weren't theirs, and even with the truth, nothing changed to their benefit.
How many scenarios have y'all seen where he got told he was a daddy, he went X amount of years doing whatever, and when the baby turned out not to be his, rather he did a little bit or a lot, you owe him.
That's so
and
true.
females' favorite thing, because I watched somebody close to me go through it, they favorite thing, well, he was barely there anyway. I wouldn't give a damn if I bought one diaper. Give my money back for that one motherfucking diaper. What you talking about?
This is exactly why paternity tests should be a federal law.
Went ahead and took a paternity test without your knowledge, and then you found out about it. Would that upset you?
Yes. I mean, if he doesn't tell you, doing anything behind your, communication and trust is bigger than the relationship. I mean, trust is the relationship.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
In my opinion.
Because if he brings up the topic and she was guilty, she would try her best to convince him not to do it.
Women are always assured of paternity. Men are the only ones who are ever going to have doubts about paternity. I don't think that it even has anything to do with whether or not they trust their partner, but rather it's just peace of mind. So if you set up the option of, if you asked me for a paternity test, I would get super offended and I would be upset about it, what choice are you giving them except to go ahead and go behind your back?
The thing is, my expectation is that he trusts me.
I don't think so.
Exactly. It's for our peace of mind.
This is so not fair. So now, 2 of my baby daddies reported me to the Office of Child Support, or whatever the hell they're called, because I'm making more money on TikTok. So now, I have a review for my child support payments.
Got him! Got him!
If a parent starts making more and more money, it is a necessity to change the child support.
My child support payments have tripled. So now instead of paying $50, I'm paying over $200 a month. Because I'm making more on TikTok.
$200 alone is a bliss. Many people pay up to more than $1,000 and are complaining.
Just because I'm making more money does not mean I should have to pay more in child support. I didn't ask for a broken family. I didn't ask for a deadbeat co-parent. That doesn't work. This is unreal.
At least she can be grateful she got her kids back.
The only good thing is they cannot garnish your wages from TikTok. There's no way to do it. So that is a good thing because taxes aren't taken out. So, even though they are trying to force me to pay that, I don't have to. And I won't.
You serious?
That's what I'm thinking. How can a dad say, I know I don't pay for my child, so how are you comfortable with how they eat, sleep, their comfort? You just think the mum?
These are the questions I used to sit when I was a single mum and I wasn't getting any financial assistance and I wasn't getting much help. Those are the questions I used to sit and get angry and cry and be just in my head about.
But they can easily forget that the guy is a human too, and he's doing his best. And many men are homeless because child support takes up to 60% of their paychecks.
Like, I'm doing all of this stuff for these kids every day. We're not together. All I'm asking you for is not even £100, just something regular that I can rely on. Whether that goes to the after school club or the book club or the bloody cake bake sale at the school or after school, whatever it can go for, it will go for something. It can contribute to something.
I do agree on contributing daily. It is a man's job to be the provider as long as it goes fully for the kids.
Even if it's £20 a week. But when you're not getting that and you're having the same battle with this person, it's very mentally draining.
Ooh, let me play a sad song for you.
Why is it so hard for single moms to understand that the reason baby daddies don't want to pay child support is because they're saving their money to spend on the people and things that they care about?
Those same men have other things to handle, and it's hard as it is.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you, guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
We can't always make the wrong choices and blame the world for it.
No, no.
Yes, yes, yes! The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me you have to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me, can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years?
Why she stayed for 2 years will remain a mystery.
Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were... No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? I mean, you're still...
Oh, my God.
You are still... expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're insane.
It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right. And I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you've just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
Waiting for a partner that treated her bad for 2 years to change is insanity. It's like knowing a road is full of holes and driving there at midnight with no lights on.
I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me.
Emotional, damn it!
The real issue that men have against child support, and it's not even the amount, because let's just face it, even if it was $40, they would still have a problem. But the main issue that they have is just the fact that the child's mother has access to the money. That's it. And they cannot control what she does with the money. That's it, that's all.
Yes! Hell yeah!
When we give the child support, we want it to go for the kids only, nothing else.
What are your thoughts on Kanye having to pay Kim $200,000 a month for child support?
What does she need the $200,000 for? It's, you know, he's going to be there as a father. She's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. What is the point at this point? She makes too much money to say, all right, I need child support. What is her $200,000 going to do? The child support that the father has paid all these years actually benefits them in real time. These children are turning 18. There's no money. Well, there's no money. Think about all these NBA baby mamas. They've touched millions in child support. The child turns 18. There's no money for them. They done spent it on bags and Birkin bags and trips, butt injections and that.
Right. But Kim is not your typical NBA baby mother.
No, of course not.
She is a billionaire. I think she's worth like $1.2 billion on her own. So clearly, I don't think she's using this money to go buy bags and get more plastic surgery.
No. That's
she has
but that's
more
why
than
she
enough money.
But that's why she doesn't need it.
And she got Kanye's house that he bought across the street from her.
That's why she don't need it.
Shame on all parents that spend the child support for themselves and not for the kids and the reason it was intended for.
So in regards to my last video, somebody said, so you'll never put your baby daddy on child support? And the answer is no. Let me tell you why. I'll never put my baby father on child support because I have to deal with this man for eternity. Okay? It's not just 18 years. Like, life doesn't just stop at that. No. Until I'm gone, he's gone, or the baby's gone, we have to communicate because I believe in family. So until one of those things happen, that man needs to be your friend. Now, I'm not saying you gotta sleep with him or you still gotta be with him or you gotta follow his direction. No, but it pays to build a friendship with that man. And you can't build a friendship when you get the courts involved to put him on child support to make these small payments because you're low-key living off the payments. And some women aren't. They really support the child with the payments. But for the ones that don't, they collect the child support to be spiteful and to, try to help maintain their life. I'm not built for that, okay? I would rather just work a little bit harder and deal with the headache of having to work a little bit harder or go a little bit harder than to put my baby daddy on child support.
This lady did the right thing. She kept her relationship friendly with the ex so they can still parent with no conflicts. This is definitely the way to handle it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not putting my baby father on child support. We need to be friends. And if you don't want to be here, if you don't want to be present, I'm not going to force you to be present. You don't want to be here? Well, I don't either. I catch red flags real quick. So if I felt like at any point during the pregnancy or prior to you were giving me, you don't want the baby vibes, I'm pro-choice. So we can, no problem.
Anthony Edwards asked the court if he can pay $2 million
in child support up front.
What do you mean by that?
He wants to pay $2 million up front because he wants nothing to do with Aisha Howard and their daughter.
He saved himself from 18 years of arguing and headaches.
Do you understand the level of, I don't want to deal with this? That is, there's men out there that don't want to pay $80 a month in child support. That man wants to pay $2 million up front. Okay? Because he wants no parts. He told her, I don't want a baby. He told her, get an abortion. But because he has money, she still had that baby. Now, her daughter is going to grow up without a father. She's going to grow up and she's going to see all of this drama.
She's going to grow up rich if the mother saved half of the money.
And she's going to know, basically, my mom had me for $2 million. And my dad wants no parts. I'm never going to get to know my siblings. Do you know the trauma that girl is going to deal with? Do you know how she's going to let men treat her because of her daddy issues? Like Aisha Howard, is $2 million really worth your child's peace of mind? I guess it is. But Anthony Edwards said, yep, here's your money, good riddance, never want to see y'all again. Toodaloos.
At least she has her college funds covered and a huge boost in life. If, yet again, the mother saved a big portion of the money. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.